CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
The BC Coroner Service has helped to solve a missing person mystery that has lingered for more than 25 years now. The body of a man found in Powell Lake in April has been identified as Francis John Howe. He was last seen alive at the marina on the lake in July of 1984. Howe was 51 years old when he disappeared. His boat was found tied up at the float cabin on Powell Lake that was his, but his body was never discovered until a scuba diver spotted the remains last month. The Coroner Service has ruled out foul play. Meantime, the coroner has released the identity of a woman who fell to her death from a cliff on Hornby Island this past weekend. She is 70-year-old Donna Ann Whittam of Nanaimo. Whittam was walking with family and friends along a cliff face in Helliwell Provincial Park. She lost her balance and fell 15 meters to the rocks below. Well, your power bill might not be as high as you anticipated. The rate increase that BC Hydro had applied for has been cut in half, 50% over 3 years. Hydro won approval last month to hike rates by 7% and had planned a similar increase for next year. Energy Minister Rich Coleman says he has ordered the BC Utilities Commission to slash that second increase to 1.4%. That move comes after efficiencies were found within Hydro during a government-ordered review of the utility. Well, the Chief of the Assembly of First Nations experienced a royal honor today as the royal visit continued in Ontario. Prince Charles was greeted with a welcoming ceremony as he met with representatives of the Assembly of First Nations in Toronto. AFN National Chief Sean Atleo of Vancouver Island sat next to the Prince, discussing the upcoming 250th anniversary of the Royal Proclamation, which takes place in October of 2013. Atleo says the First Nations extended an invitation to the Prince and to the Queen to come and celebrate the anniversary with them.
And through the Prince to request, as one of the Grand Chiefs said, that he would pass along word to his mother that the Chiefs would like an audience with the Queen on the anniversary of the Royal Proclamation to signify the enduring relationship between First Nations and the Crown, and also to help remind Canadians that treaties are theirs as well. The very famous saying, "We are all treaty people," and that we are making efforts to return to that original partnership of mutual recognition, respect, and to seek a return to shared prosperity.
Every elder at the meeting today gave Prince Charles a gift. The Prince was bestowed with a belt, a canoe, medallion, and a feather, which represents the highest honor bestowed upon a guest. If you are driving through French Creek over the next month or so, you may notice there's a bad smell near the Pollution Control Center, but the regional district says it is not coming from the treatment plant, it is coming from a beach nearby. It is spawning season for herring, and the roe is now washing ashore. After a few days on the rocky beach, the roe begins to rot, and that produces the rotten egg smell that you notice. The regional district says it's an annual event, happens every spring. The office fields dozens of calls from people who are complaining about the foul odor.
There's several coincidences. I mean, the proximity of how close this bayed area is to the highway, only a couple hundred meters. In addition to that, the prevailing winds off of it take this odor and travel it directly in the path of the treatment plant. This year is one of the worst years we've seen in at least the last 10 years in terms of the quantity of roe on the beach, on this particular beach here.
The herring spawning season will be done by the end of June, and by then, the stink should disappear as well. RCMP and Nanaimo have dismantled a dial-a-dope operation with more than 15 officers fanning out across the city, executing search warrants and making arrests. A motel and a private home were searched. 5 people have been arrested by RCMP. Mounties used the element of surprise, kicking the doors in at the Bluebird Motel on Terminal Avenue early Saturday morning. 2 women and a man were taken into custody. At the same time that was going on, another search warrant was being executed at a home on Camp Road. 1 man and a woman were arrested there. In total, 200 grams of cocaine was seized by police, along with 40 grams of heroin, 10 grams of crystal methamphetamine. RCMP say the people arrested were all well known to them.
One of the guys arrested was 41 years of age. He was already in the charge category. We searched his home on March 29th. Same charges resulting in possession for the purpose of trafficking. So he was held in custody. He's appearing before Nanaimo Provincial Court judge today. Another female that was found at his house was in the similar charge, although this time she wasn't held in custody and she's been released on a promise to appear. The other people found in the motel were also released on possession charges.
RCMP say the managers at the Bluebird are cooperating with police and are working to keep drug dealers out of the motel's rooms.